I like that, actually. So I was outside testing a few different stabilizer configurations, just seeing what would work best. And I remembered a little hack that I had read about a number of years ago that would really help out guys shooting from ground blinds, tree stands, that kind of thing. So I thought I'd try it out, show y'all what I had remembered from reading the years back and see what it's all about. So yeah, normally you have your front stabilizer, which I always run a 14-inch front stabilizer, 10-inch rear stabilizer, and that's pretty common. Maybe a little shorter on the front bar, but that's neither here nor there. But what this article that I had read was talking about was, what if you shoot with only a back stabilizer? And that sounds kind of weird, but considering most people shoot, if they're going to shoot with one stabilizer, they're only going to shoot with a front. But the front is still long in front of your bow, and the whole point is getting weight away from your bow. It doesn't necessarily matter where. So this article was talking about, what if you just use your back bar instead of your front bar? It frees up all that space in the front and yet still provides that extra balance point here in the back. So I thought, let's give it a whirl. Let's test it out. Let's shoot some groups and see what happens. So I'm just going to take this off and I'm just going to shoot a little bit, see how this feels, and let you know what I think. You know, I feel like I have done this once or twice before. It's been a long time, but I feel like it definitely didn't feel as weird as I would have thought, especially since I've done a comparison with no stabilizers before. Well, I like that, actually. I definitely get a little bit of left and right on the initial draw, but it settles down quite a bit right away, and I don't really notice any sort of weird overall torquing of the bow like I did when I shot with no stabilizers. Yeah, actually I do like that. I like that quite a bit. I mean, sure, it's not shooting with the front bar. I mean, of course, that's going to be more stable. You know, at least your sight picture is going to look a little bit better. But I think if you're shooting in a ground blind, you can't beat this for a, being compact. Yeah. Would you try this? I definitely think it's worthwhile, especially if you have a quick disconnect. You know, it makes it real easy to shoot a little with it, shoot a little without it, see how you like it, and see if it's worthwhile for you to do. I mean, if you're running and gunning out west doing spot and stalk, stuff like that, you don't need to take your front bar off. You can run a 18-inch bar up front if you want to. But if you're shooting from a tree, especially from a saddle where you're kind of going all around the tree, if you're shooting from a ground blind where you don't have a whole lot of room in front of you, this is actually a pretty nifty thing you could do. But there's that shake in the front. I don't know if you saw it, but definitely a shake. Yeah. I mean, I think it's totally worth doing. But would you try this? And if you have, let me know in the comments. I think this is a really cool thing to do. It's not nearly as dramatic as if you shot with no stabilizers whatsoever. you're still keeping some of the weight, you're keeping it off the bow. You're also keeping that offset weight to the side. Like, so if you're running a quiver and all that other stuff on the right side of your bow, your back bar is still getting to offset that, even though you're not running the full front and back. So let me know what you think, and until next time, catch you guys later.